Hello YouTube, it's Matt here with a building site update. Documenting the self-build. So this is going to be a mini vlog, mainly so that I can look back on it myself. I'm going to talk about some of the things that I really enjoy about doing a self-build and things that you can't really do on a professional building site. For example, like speaking in the way that I speak, and because most people would rip the absolute waz out of you if you used a received pronunciation accent on a building site while shoveling ballast out of a van or whatever it happens to be that you're doing on that particular day. The other thing I like about it is my 12-zone audio, whereby I can just put speakers in the building site. See that over there? That's a speaker. You can just put them in the building site and just listen to Chopin. Most people don't listen to Chopin, let alone on a building site. So I'm really happy that I'm doing this myself. I'm really working hard to convince myself. Let's just try this angle here. But one thing that I really wanted to show off today, again, just for my own kind of look back on, you know, in a few years' time, is this cool storage. Now, one thing that you can't do, you know, there's a lot of YouTube videos out there of people showing beautiful woodworking tables that they make. You know, there's loads of great carpenters on YouTube, and they show off their beautiful dovetail joint kind of woodworking tables, you know, functional tables that are also very beautiful. Well, I've made a functional table which is also very not so beautiful, but it is made out of building site materials, and you've got to appreciate that. Now, this stems from having a building site which has just constantly just got stuff everywhere. I mean, like, why is there VD screwed not in their set? Why? And just, I mean, these, why are these here? They shouldn't be here. That needs a ruler on it. Why is it there? Why is my clamp there, not with the other clamps? Why is there a crimping punch out? Well, it's because I used it today. Bungee cords, glasses, plasterboard, dimpler bits, gloves, which I always lose. These damn things go just missing constantly. Wherever you put them, they're just never to be found. In fact, as soon as you buy them, they just disappear normally. So this is quite a miracle that I'm showing you this right here. The lifesaver, the thing we hate, but the thing that we also love. These go missing all the time, and you need them surprisingly often. You know, if you're a builder or you get kind of professional tradesmen in or whatever, or tradespeople, I should say, they come in with their tools and they pack them up at the end of the day or at the end of the project, and that's fine. But in this building site, I need these. I needed these when I was doing concrete. I needed them when I'm going to need them when I'm doing finishes. I just need them all the time. Headphones, dust mask in a bag, gap filler, PU foam, mega stick, foam gel cleaner, hat, very important. I mean, I've already got, this is hat number 2 in the building site. Random wrench, fire sealant, like just random load of crimping stuff. Speed square, actually, that's my old speed square, this is my new speed square, but I'm going to show you this cool little contraption. So this is my carpentry table. No, it's not. It's my multi-function, moving, mobile table with everything that you need for the build. You can move it, and it comes off of the casters so that you can actually take it upstairs. It fits through a doorway because I've made it to fit through all our doorways. It's got loads of storage along the bottom. Look, it's got space for the mini level, the laser measure, the vernier gauge. Far too many tape measures, but I'm happy. Stanley knives, because they always go missing. Sharpies, pencils, and sharpener. Actually, I haven't put them all on there. I've got a wad of those. Squares, speed square, steel 20mm bit hole saws. But the most important thing is on the other side, because you always need tons of screws. Even when I'm doing plasterboard, I'm realising there's little bits of wood that need to come out and go back in or whatever. You just constantly need all the screws. I use all of them all of the time. And even though I've got screw storage, you know, backup screw storage elsewhere, it's useful to have these around with me. Obviously the self-driving hole saw, well, they're not called hole saws, are they? Spade bits, we call them. And then, you know, for each job, you want a kind of different set of things on the dumpy table. First of all, this stays here for good because it's like, random screws that you can't be bothered to sort out and you want to just shove them before you sort them. Other random bits and pieces, little blades that... but then you need your kind of, your electrician's hand tools sometimes for one job. And then when you don't need, you can clear them off and put them somewhere else, and then you just lay out your plastering tools or whatever. Anyway, I'm quite pleased with this. So I thought I would show you my new tool storage table, multifunction, moving, mobile, cutting table. Oh, one other thing I forgot to mention is that this is a fully modular system, so that these side bits can be removed with a screw there and a screw there, with as few screws as possible holding it together. So it's pretty sturdy. In fact, I built this to the height of my knee pads so that if I accidentally walk into it, it doesn't actually hit the knee, it hits the knee pads, which is slightly below, and I can hit the corner of it with my knee without kind of really hurting myself. So that's a benefit. But yeah, it's got all the storage. I'm very pleased, and I'm kind of starting to know where things are on the building site again, which is fantastic. One other cool thing that I bought recently is this thing called a plasterboard lifter, which I found on Living and Home website for £129. I think they might have replaced it or got a slightly more expensive one since then, but Living and Home actually supply, they're just a box shifting company. They supply B&Q with all kinds of furniture items. This is not their speciality at all. But I got it for 129 quid, which is brand new, which is very, very good. I mean, it came admittedly, kind of came, not, obviously it came unassembled, but it also came kind of faulty in that the end of this cord, this catenary wire, which is here, wasn't crimped. So there's nothing to actually kind of grip on. So I had to sort that out myself, but what a steal. That enables us to, well, me on my own, to put very high density pink board on the ceiling without, breaking my back or screaming, or it simply wouldn't be possible. It's not that good, is it? Because it's gone wonky. That needs doing up. Yeah, so it simply wouldn't be possible doing that on your own without a plasterboard lifter. You might have noticed all of this kind of wood store thing here, which I had to put on its own special heavy duty casters. And this is 200 square meters of reclaimed parquet flooring. Actually, this is the rest of the 200 square meters of reclaimed parquet flooring, and Anna is cleaning it off bit by bit. And we got this 200 square meters for the steel price of £2,000, which you'll fall off your chair if you know anything about teak or reclaimed parquet. Basically, most of it looks like this before you do anything to it. All looks a bit manky, but that's a bit of naffy varnish on that one. But when you clean it up, sand it and oil it, as has been done here, you get these very beautiful wood tones. And so we're going to use this. Obviously, we can't use this on the screed because it's got underfloor heating, and you can't really put 20 mil of wood over the top of an underfloor heating screed. And we're going to use this on the joisted floors upstairs. We've only got 70 odd square meters or 68 odd square meters of joisted floor. Much as it's quite a big building site. Goes all the way down there. Look, that's the back basement. Dog waiting patiently for Ball. Sorry, slow reactions. But yeah, so we're going to put all of that parquet on here. And another cool plan that I've got with the parquet, actually, is because I overbought, because it was a really good deal, so I thought I would buy too much, and then I could have a lot of wastage, so I could do some cool things like put it on a bar area that we're going to build. I'm actually going to make these stairs. This is fitted in herringbone, okay, so it goes kind of like this. Like that. So one thing that I'm going to do with this is I'm actually going to make each step, I'm going to get some 3mm ply, glue these bits down to the 3mm ply so that it all holds together, which it would do anyway when you glue them together, but having something underneath that you can glue the bottom size to is better. Cut it to this plus the bull nose, 20mm, and then obviously shove the whole lot through a planer so it's nice and flat. And then take a router to the edge and then basically plonk them on. You will see the plywood that holds it, but it's going to be a routed edge and the whole lot will be stained. So it'll look kind of cool, I think. That's the idea. It's only 3mm plywood, just something just to give it some bite, something to hold it together, with glue. And then I'll glue the whole lot, each one down, or I might screw them down, I'm not sure, with hidden screws. So yeah, that's one cool use I'm going to make out of them. And then that means that I can do these kind of winder stairs here in an interesting and funky way with herringbone teak reclaimed. So that's the general idea with that. I've got a dog in suspended animation. Catch. Good girl. Right, that's the end of my YouTube video. I'm sorry it was very rambly. I hope it was enjoyable for anyone watching it. It might be enjoyable for me looking back on this in 10 years' time. Thanks, bye.